So the next repair system is our base section repair system. So here, what is the damage which will be repaired by this base section repair system? Damage is there will be spontaneous deamination. Like I have already told, cytosine to uracil, adenine to hypoxanthine, guanine to xanthine. So these are the spontaneous deamination. This spontaneous deamination or some alkylation of bases. So these will be repaired via this base section repair system. So spontaneous deamination, any chemical mediated or spontaneous deamination or alkylation of bases, this will be repaired via this base section repair system. Now what is how this base section repair system happens? So here, suppose these are the two strands of the DNA. Okay, so first see. So this is the sequence in the parent strand, and see if this is the sequence in the other strand, like so. See this base here, it should be cytosine, and now here it is this uracil. Okay, so this base should be excised and should be repaired. This can occur spontaneously or via alkylation of base, this can occur. So this should be repaired. So how this happens? So first enzyme in this regard is DNA glycosylase. So first enzyme is DNA glycosylase. What is the here this uracil glycosylase rather. So what is the function of uracil glycosylase? It will remove the base. Thus this repair system names base section repair. So uracil here it is removed. So now what happens? See. So here one, this site is called the AP site or apurinic or apyrimidinic site, because the base, it may be purine or maybe pyrimidine, that is removed. So AP site, or rather we can call it abasic site. So base is removed. So abasic site is formed. Abasic site is formed by the DNA glycosylase. Next the enzyme comes, that is our AP endonuclease. AP endonuclease. What is the function of AP endonuclease? It will cleave the phosphodiesterase bond at this AP site. So it will cleave the phosphodiesterase bond. It will cleave the phosphodiesterase bond at AP site. So at the AP site, the phosphodiesterase linkage is cleaved by the AP endonuclease. So now this phosphodiesterase bond is cleaved. Now the enzyme comes, that is our next enzyme. So phosphodiesterase linkage is here, phosphodiesterase linkage is cleaved by the AP endonuclease. Next the enzyme comes, that is our DNA polymerase 1. You all know that DNA polymerase 1 has a 5' to 3' exonuclease activity as well as a polymerization activity. So what will be formed? This DNA polymerase now removes a portion of the damaged strand. Suppose this portion is removed. It will remove the portion of the damaged strand. Only the base is removed. This is not. First the base is removed by the DNA glycosylase. Then the phosphodiesterase linkage is split by the AP endonuclease. Then comes DNA polymerase. It will remove a portion of the damaged strand via its exonuclease activity. Now it can synthesize new strand. So first it will create like this. At this. So this portion of the damaged strand is cleaved. Via the DNA polymerase 1. And again DNA polymerase via its polymerization capacity, it can synthesize the strand, and this nick is ligated via DNA ligase. So these are the 4 enzymes which comes in action. This is very easy mechanism. Base section repair. So first the enzyme comes here is DNA glycosylase. What will be the function of DNA glycosylase? DNA glycosylase will scans the DNA and finds whether any base, any alteration in the base is happening or not. Here, see, here there is spontaneous deamination which is occurred. Here it should be C, cytosine, but cytosine spontaneous deamination. But in this cytosine residue, spontaneous deamination occurs and uracil is here. So first, why the enzyme DNA glycosylase, this uracil is removed. So this base is removed. Only the base, not the phosphodiesterase linking. So base is removed. Next comes, so this site is now like this. So this site there is no base. So it is called abasic site. Apurinic, apyrimidinic or abasic site. So this is abasic site. Now the enzyme comes apiendonuclease. So what will be the function of apiendonuclease? This apiendonuclease functions only at the AP site. It is our apurinic or apyrimidinic site. Here it cleaves the phosphodiesterase linkage at this AP site. So phosphodiesterase bond are cleaved. Now the enzyme comes in action, that is our DNA polymerase 1. In mismatch repair system it is DNA polymerase 3, but here it is DNA polymerase 1, and we all know that DNA polymerase 1 has an exonuclease activity also. So where is the exonuclease activity? It cleaves the portion of the damaged end. Only this base is repaired, it is not. A portion of the DNA is cleaved. So this portion is cleaved, and now where is polymerization activity? It now synthesizes this strand, and where is ligase activity? Via the ligase enzyme, this break is C. So this is the repair system. So if I draw like this, see, so 4 enzyme comes in this figure. That is our DNA glycosylase, AP endonuclease, DNA polymerase 3, and so 4 enzymes. What are the 4 enzymes? That is our first enzyme, DNA glycosylase. What is the function of DNA glycosylase? It removes the altered base. It removes the altered base. That is our DNA glycosylase. Second enzyme, that is our AP endonuclease. What is the function of AP endonuclease? It cleaves the phosphodiester bond at AP site. Now next enzyme is DNA polymerase 1. What will be the function of DNA polymerase 1? First is your exonuclease activity, and via this exonuclease activity a portion of the damaged strand will be removed, and next action is polymerization. So 5 prime to 3 prime exonuclease activity and your polymerization activity. And next is your DNA ligase. So these are the 4 enzymes which comes in this DNA glycosylase, AP endonuclease, DNA polymerase 1 and DNA ligase. Okay, and the disease which is happening, if any defect of this repair system is mute white polyposis. This is a disease which is happening if there is any defect in this repair system. This is mute white polyposis. So this is all about our base excision repair system.